Well, y'all, I found me some fresh carrots. This farmer had huge carrots, but I'm so excited because now I get to get my fermented carrots started. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my brine started so it can start to dissolve. And because there's a lot of carrots, I want to do 2 cups of filtered water. And to that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of a really nice sea salt. Don't use any salt that has any kind of anti-caking agents. It can't have anything in it because that will affect your brine. And just a little extra for good measure. I'm going to stir that up and set that aside so that salt can start to dissolve. So I got these carrots from a farmer up at the New Bern Farmers Market. And even though these are fresh from the farmer carrots, I still like to peel them when I'm fermenting them because I think the peeling gets the skin gets a little tough when you ferment them. So I am going to go ahead and peel them. I am so happy to get these carrots and get this fermentation started because they're going to be so great for Billy and I to snack on our trip south coming up here in a couple weeks. And I know it probably seems like a silly thing, you know, fermented carrots, but people spend a lot of money on different probiotics, prebiotics, and gut blooms and all that stuff. And you know what? It's all in here. Everything you need is all in here. These carrots cost me, I weighed them. There's 2 pounds of fresh from the farm carrots, $1.50 a pound, and there's 2 pounds of carrots here. And so that's just going to be so amazing for Billy and I for so much a lesser price. And you don't have to worry about any of the ingredients or where did the ingredients come from, where were they grown. You know exactly where they came from. Now, everything that I'm doing here is optional. Honestly, you can just do the carrots and the brine. But I'm just adding some more beneficialness to mine. I've got some fresh turmeric. There was fresh turmeric at the farmer's market. I got some fresh ginger. I've got garlic, and I did a few black peppercorns because the peppercorn helps the turmeric help you. And I'm going to put some Ceylon cinnamon in there, another great thing. So I'm just putting even more beneficial things into here. Now, you could do some fresh dill, you can do some dry dill just to have that taste. And I still might. I'm kind of thinking about it. But I'm going to cut my carrots. Now, you can do this in long carrot sticks, but I think I'm going to use my handy dandy and kind of make them fancy. Now, these are going to sit and ferment for, so won't that be cute, 14 days to 28 days. So really in 14 days, they're pretty much done. But the longer that you let them ferment, the better off they're going to be for their probiotic abilities. And at 14 days, they're still going to be crunchy. So I think you have to decide if you want them a little soft or if you want them crunchy. I'm going to let mine go as long as I can, at least until we start moving. And then, you know, these would just be a great thing when we're sitting in the pilot house cruising down the ICW and to snack on a few carrot pieces. Now, after that 14 days or 28 days, however long you wait, all you have to do is put a lid on them and put them in the fridge. And they're good to go. That's all you got to do. You have to do this initial step and then just put them in a cool, dark place and wait. And then pop them in the fridge and they're all done. It's just that simple. There's no other magic to it. That is getting too big for that, so I'm going to have to switch up here. These carrots are huge. And let me tell you, carrots that are fresh from the garden, they taste so good. Now, if you are not able to get carrots from a farmer, then just buy the organic ones. at least when you buy the organic ones, you know they haven't been sprayed with anything. So, and I think too, in the grocery store, the organic ones definitely have a better taste than the other ones. Now, I might have to stop. I might not be able to add the rest of that, because one thing that's important is that all of the carrots sit under the brine. That is of the utmost importance. And you know, I think I will get some dry dill and put some in there. I think that dill will taste great with these carrots. You don't have to get picky about it. One thing you have to get picky about and measure is your brine, because you definitely want this to be between a 3 and a 5% brine. And if you can stick in there about 3.5%, then it's perfect. So now we have that brine that we made. And I'm just going to cover these. So that 2 cups didn't do it, so I think I'm probably going to I'm going to go ahead and make 2 more cups. So the benefits of probiotic vegetables, like these carrots right here, they will help improve your digestion. They help enhance your immune system. They increase your nutrient absorption, so they help your body then absorbs nutrients better. My salt won't come out. And as we talked about, they improve your gut health. I think I forgot how to count. They reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. And they're anti-inflammatory. So that's a whole lot of goodness and benefits from a couple dollars worth of carrots and some salt and water, I think, anyway. If you didn't see my video for fermenting hot sauce, I highly recommend the glass weights. But you have to weigh this down. They have to sit under the brine. Is very important. So find yourself something like this little jar, something that'll sit in there that you can fill up with the brine, or a ramekin that you can pop in there to fill up with the brine. Some people use the plastic bags. Oh, I don't like that. That's just kind of not for me. So we're going to fill this up, and we want to make sure that we're going to go to that rim. I'm going to scoop out all the minerals from that salt. So I'm going to put my weight down in here, and what's important is that everything is below the brine. Oh. So I have a couple of floaters here that are they want to peek up. So because this jar is so big and the weight doesn't cover it all, I have some floaters sticking up. So I'm going to try to push them down and just make sure they're under the water, that they're not sticking up. If they do, you can get a head of cabbage and take a couple leaves of cabbage and then put your cabbage down and then put your weight on top of that. And I might have to do that. I might have to, right now it looks okay, but I want to keep an eye on it and just make sure they're all under there. And so that cabbage will help hold everything down and you put your weight on it. Now, when it comes to putting your top on, if you put a top on, then you're going to have to burp it every day. So this is way too much work for me. I can't remember always. So your other options, yeah, I'm going to have to go get some cabbage, is to have a piece of cloth, or you can do a coffee filter, and you can put a rubber band around it. It's got to be able to release the gases, the CO2 gases, but you don't want stuff falling in it. So that's why we want to do that. Or you can get one of the airlock lids, and that's what I'm going to use. And then I can sit this in my cool, dark place, which in my case I have my little drawer over there. 14 days, 28 days, you pick, and then all you got to do, take your weight out, put a lid on it, and you'll have beautiful fermented carrots. Okay, so I'm popping back on because actually I think I have a solution. So that little jar, I put that in there, and it's filled with brine, and I can push that way down there, and then I can come back on top of that with my weight and push that down, And then everything, including my weight, which is what's important, including my weight, is under the brine. So there was a solution to make your gut happy, make your body happy. Try some fermented carrots. Let me know how it goes. I'll see y'all later. Bye.